where you think you're free when you're being fundamentally manipulated and dictated to. One form of dictatorship is being in a prison cell and you can see the bars and touch it. The other one is sitting in a prison cell where you can't see the bar, you think you're free. What the human race is suffering from is mass hypnosis. We are being hypnotized by people like this. Newsreaders, politicians, teachers, lecturers. We are in a country and in a world that is being run by unbelievably sick people. The chasm between what we're told is going on and what is really going on is absolutely huge.
It's like we all know what's going down, but no one's saying what happened to the home of the brave. These motherfuckers, they controlling us now, and no one's talking about it, man. It's not any slaves. And everybody's just walking around, having the crowd to wanna wake up to and dead in the grave. But in this tonight, we need to be ready to raise up. Welcome to the edge of day.
Everybody is slaves, only some are aware that the government releasing poison in the air. That's the reason I collect so many guns in my lab. I ain't never caught slipping, never underprepared. Yeah, they straight sign on me, they just break it proudly. George Bush, the grandson of Alistair Crowley. They want you to believe the lie of the enemy Saudi. The enemy ain't Saudi.
Hey guys, welcome to the world of lies from the world of liars. All the scumbags. Yep. Yep, everybody thinks the Nazis lost World War II. The Jesuits, the nasties, they just moved over this side of the realm, took over the Western world, put everybody on a spinning ball, traveling at 8 million miles an hour in 13 different directions thanks to NASA. Never a space adventure. Yeah, man. And they're behind all this bullshit, psychological operations, 110%. Witchcraft. This is S.K. Bain. Wayne McCrory just did a good video on him, actually. Yeah, mass ritual, yeah. I don't believe any of it, really. I don't think there was all those people in there. Judy Wood's book. I don't believe in her either. But I think she was part of this kind of stuff. I think they're all Freemasonic, Eastern Star, just like all your politicians, all your sports people, baseball, media, Hollywood. They all involved with that bullshit. You know, it's all witchcraft. It's all fear-based. That's why they got this whole world all messed up on fear. I can go outside right now. Within 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes, probably within 5 minutes, I'll see a net full of people wearing a face diaper. Insanity, right? And it's all because of these guys. If you think your cell phone's going to be doing you any good, guys, right? These guys are no messing around. This is the Jesuits, right? These bastards. Jesuits, 1776. Oh, that's fucking bullshit. Same with the CN Tower and its 1776 steps. Pope Francis is the Lord of the world. Didn't the Bible say that Satan was the Lord of the world? Yeah. Richest organization on the rock. And everybody thinks it's the Jesuits. You're damn right. Because they're all related to each other and they're freak shows, man. And in regards to the Canadian freedom movement and stuff, that's a clusterfuck of retarded. You gotta be kidding me. First of all, we never had a constitution or a confederation or whatever the hell you want to call it. And in 1918 or 1919, our lovely government declared our roadways hostile waterways, and they gave the police and these assholes in uniforms the right to go around and bust us under maritime admiralty law when we're not even living on the water. They're pirates. It's a scam, right? You know, just like everything else in this life, right? We're the only assholes that pay taxes on taxes, right? It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. You shouldn't be paying attention to these goofs, right? And anybody that's running around trying to say that Trudeau for treason or shit, hang on a second here. Oh, that's right, Jerry. Now bear with me here, guys, because I'm just trying to go with the flow here. I'm at my man cave, put my shit together here, chilling out. You know, this world's a fucking nightmare, man. I call it hell for a reason. Like, we live in a world. We live in a world that it's an actual criminal act to cure the Big C under the 1939 Big C Act, which criminalizes medical practitioners from even advising patients on such cures for the Big C. Wouldn't that in fact make it a fraudulent act for the Big C charities to accept money under the presumption that they will research for a cure for the Big C? But in fact, it's a criminal act for them to even publicize such curses, such cures. Pardon me, curses, cures. Yeah, it is, I'm telling you, it is a curse, that Big C. Right? Check it out yourself, people. You can Google the Big C Act of 1939. It's still active to this day, and medical practitioners are still being prosecuted and going to jail for even suggesting any Big C cures. Where am I? I'm in a goddamn nightmare. The retardedness is beyond words. You know, the godless retardedness. I mean, I don't even know what to say about these people, man. People are such a fuck up in the head, right? Pardon me for swearing, but they're godless, man. And people running around living in fear in this world. You gotta kid me, man. It's a joke, right? Are you so dumb? That's Jerry. We're going through some tough times here, guys, because these guys, I got other books too, okay? They never, the Jesuits, right? They've been at wars and wars and wars and wars ever since, for at least 200 years. They've been causing the same shit with every kind of civilization that's out there. They've been causing all kinds of bullshit resets and stuff in the past. They've got technology that makes us look like retarded fools. They had all the stuff that we had many, many moons ago. And the stuff that we have today, it's actually garbage compared to what they have now. But I'm not giving their tech all that kind of gratitude, because I don't think it'll work. I mean, the only way they can really do is do this. I've got a couple of books on this too. Really good at doing the surveillance of capitalism stuff. That's what your cell phones are all about, right? Absolutely retarded. I mean, that's why I'm in my 7th year now without a cell phone. I don't miss it, not at all. I mean, I like being with nature because I believe as far as artificial intelligence goes, I think there's already an artificial intelligence program running on this gig, and it's called Nature, right? And this is where, if you can get yourself right with nature and get out there and not be watching these TVs and sitting around watching YouTube and all this bullshit all the time and fed bunk, right? You know, I got 4,900 friends, 4,950 friends on my Timmy account, and then I got another account here. It's got 1,812 or something friends on a different account, but I stopped making friends because it's Tommy, and then I got Timmy because they killed the original Tommy, just like my original YouTube channel, because I got a big mouth and I like talking about the truth, and people don't like to hear that in the establishment. So they took out my first YouTube channel, which had a lot of subs on it, which I really kind of miss, and then now I got 2 and 3, and back to 1 again, just Tommy Rodgers. And then the Fed book is another shit show. I mean, I got 2 accounts that have been in restriction mode for months. I can't right now. I just got a message today. I cannot participate in any group activity for 21 days. You know what my post was? Religions, leave our kids alone. Religions are a nightmare, right? Whether you're Christian, Muslim, Catholic, Jewish, Hindu, it doesn't matter. It's all a fucking psychological operation. These guys have been at this for a long time. As regards to this Canadian freedom movement and these grifters that are running around in Canada trying to make a buck off everybody, get the fuck away from me, man. I'd spent 5 years pouring my heart and soul into that gig. 6 trips to Ottawa, 8 trips to Montreal, all over Southern Ontario and Northern Ontario. I got around as much as I could, and every free moment I had was I was out there filming these protests and stuff, trying to be part of a collective thing. And 4 years later, we ain't got not one single parasite arrested. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Now we got this one over here, Tamara Leach. Right? I don't know if you can see that. She just got a new boob job, man. She just bought her boyfriend's $60,000 truck. She's got all kinds of money invested in her little personal life, right? But this is where he gets you. She's a leech, man. She just come out of court. Ain't she a happy camper? I'm gonna write my book. I'll put some more chapters in it. Look at the hand signals. You know what? I bet you that's one of those female Freemason types. Right? They did that to all the native people too. The native people here got screwed over by these Freemason scumbags. Right? I mean, and then the Canadian freedom movement was totally operated by these weirdos. It's all Jesuit controlled, and it's crazy, man. And all your newspapers and all your shit, we got this retarded bullshit coming down the pipe again with this another fear porn bug, right? And don't buy into it, man. They already tried to pull their shit on us once, and don't let it affect you again. These guys made a shitload of money pushing those death faxes, right? And now they're going to try and do it again. Anyway, what I'm getting at is there's so much bullshit on YouTube and Fedbook. The nasty military-industrial complex is the one that's providing you with your internet, your Google, your YouTube, you know, which these are all the biggest culprits in surveillance capitalism. Fedbook is another one. That's a nasty. These people are taking all of our information and data mining everything. That's why I said, you know, there's so many shows out there making a buck off of nothing, and they're spreading around a bunch of bullshit lies. And they don't have any real evidence. You know, every book, doesn't matter what you have, they're all probably written by Freemasons, or they've been approved by Freemason Jesuit approval. You know, all this stuff. You could, like I was saying a lot of times, you could study this stuff until you drive yourself stupid in the head, or you can just take the information and ride with it But don't let anything bother you in this world. Damn, man. You know, I'm smashed up, man. Real good. Right, this is, I do construction. My legs are, see that? 23 surgeries, man. This is right down the bone down here. I don't know if you can see that. Fucking shit. This one here goes all the way up here. My side was split open. Goes all the way down below my knee. Broke both my thighs. Then my back is all split open. Right? You know what? The biggest thing I had to get over with this accident had nothing to do with the physical. It was the dope that the doctors had me on. Man, I was so jacked on opiates and all kinds of crazy shit that the addiction aspect of dealing with my motorcycle crash was just beyond words. You know, it's almost like a miracle I'm still here, even though I got a small baseball team full of ex-wives and kids and grandkids. I love them all dearly. That's why I was doing all the protests and stuff. You know, I don't fuck around. I still go into work, bust my balls off every day doing construction jobs. Whenever I can, I'm out there doing it, man. You know? And, I don't know. The thing is, like I was saying, I try and talk about the truth, and I don't like liars. And there's so many people out there that are full of shit. Canada doesn't have a constitution. Canada doesn't have a confederation, neither does the United States. Right? That's why these Jesuit-trained parasites can run your governments, and they're all agents for Rome. Okay? This guy's all who says he's the Lord of the world, right? These guys own the biggest amount of property in the entire realm, right? They got everybody by the short and curlies, and they got everybody thinking, oh, we're going to Mars. You know, I'd be looking at all these Mars and other kind of exploration things as they're going out to, I'm a flat realm guy, so I believe they're going to regions beyond the ice wall. That's where all our money's going, and on top of trying to get rid of all of us too. These guys, they want us dead. Keep your head down, right? Stay under the wire, but they're trying to kill us. And like I said, don't have any fears in this world, because I don't really do the Bible very good, and I don't do the Jesus Christ getting nailed to a cross very good, right? But I do know about the message that's there, and I can't really do a King James version of Christianity because that's Roman Catholic approved, for one. And why would a king give us anything that was going to help us out, let alone a 33-degree Freemason king, which was totally involved with the Bacon Society. Where's my book here? Yeah, right, the books are coming out my ass. And it doesn't matter whether you gotta have all the books in the world. You could study them and read them, and you can go crazy doing all this shit, man. Anyway, okay. Sir Francis Bacon and the Shaker Pecker Society, Shakespeare, right? Sir Francis Bacon and all those guys, right? They come up with this whole mind job on us, and they're playing us like a skin flute. Anyway, guys, like I said, you don't have no fear down here. I like what David Ewing Jr. was saying about Christ, Jesus, and that. The Muslims knew him as a real dude, right? And the Jews knew him as a real dude. And there's a message there. And as far as your Roman Catholic Church goes, these guys eat people, man. They're psychos. That's why they had their crusades and stuff, and they were going after all the Jews and Muslims and the Christians that didn't want to become a Catholic. And then it's creepy, but when they killed them, they not only burned them at the stake, but they were eating them too. Like, oh. Anyway, there's so much information with regards to David Ewing Jr. on this, you know, and that's why they've got all these catacombs around, and you know, they're all full of skull and bones and stuff. Like, come on, all this crazy shit, really? I mean, these guys are nasty, man, right? And they're everywhere, right? You know, it's just in one place, they're all over the freaking place, right? And these guys have been behind every war, right? Since before the school books were even published. You can't believe any of this shit, right? That's why, you know, you can have all this information, and what good has it got you, right? Okay, I'm gonna wait kind of guy, and now what, right? I'm still going to work every fucking day like a slave. I'm busting my balls. I'm dealing with all the chaotic people in my life, right? I mean, everybody out there's a mental dump truck, right? Anyway, don't give up on yourself. Like I was saying, I've been through hell. I've dealt with drug addictions, and I've been put in jail before for things I never did. I've been treated like shit my whole fucking life in this goddamn bullshit, right? Ever since I was 10 years old, when my mother died at the Big C in 6 months. And my 86-year-old uncle, oh, he's 88 now, he said he didn't think his sister had the Big C. That was back in 1972. She was dead 6 months later, died in the spring of '83. After that, I've been gone. I never paid attention to nothing in this world. I had a good relationship with people like my parents and stuff, and my father, he told me I was the only one in the family could he could have an honest heart-to-heart talk with, because my older brother was kind of in his own world, my younger brother was not old enough and kind of in his own world too. And they're both like that still today. Me, I don't live in no fear. I try and do the best what I can with every day, and you know, I got kids and I got grandkids, and that's why I want to try and get truth out there. But I'm not going to buy into you know, the Laura Lynn Thompson and all these people in Canada, all these now we got a Million Man March going on. Oh, you know what? How about a Million Man March going on here in Canada, and show me one arrest, instead of dancing around in circles like a bunch of retards fucking saying, "Give me my freedom, I never had any, I just got played by the American dream." They're all idiots, man. We got communism going on in Canada right now, 100%. We got a little Justin Castro, dictator, right? And all these people. Oh, Rob Shep, she's going to go out with her "I stand when I pee," and Payne Barf. They say, "We're going to arrest Trudeau. Give us some money. Come on, we'll help you out in court." You get out of here, man. Look at your police. They took us over in 1919 with their maritime admiralty, turning our roads into hostile waterways, and that's why you got a police force and all these assholes in uniforms. Doctors have not cured a thing in 120 fucking years. Why would I go to one? If you can mend a bone, stitch a wound, take care of a fire victim, cool. Anything else, man, you may as well be you're playing Russian roulette when you go to one of these white lab coat freaks, right? And then you're going to give them a nice fancy car and tell them to keep selling. You know what? The biggest drug dealer on the corner is your doctor. And this drug dealer is like the big pharmacy. No shit. They're good at killing you. Listen. This here is Toronto drinking water. Okay, this is from my distiller. Right? You see that? This is what's in people's bodies. Right? This is going in the water. The brain is 88% water. No wonder you can't wake up anybody. They're fucking shitheads. Deborah Tavares did a video on this kind of stuff. They said all this recycled city water is poison. Right? The city recycles their own poop, and then everybody's walking around. Your brain's 88% water. Recycled poop. Shitheads. That's why you can't wake these people up. They're denser than fog. I'm telling you, it's a clusterfuck. Anyway, whether you got YouTube channels, Facebook, whatever you can, it's all a shit show. I got to remind you, right? The Nazi industrial complex is the one that's giving you all your goddamn YouTube information, all your Fedbook information. It's all being approved by these guys. Pardon me. And most of it is all fear-based. You know, now we got the new Wahlberg bug coming down the pipe, and everybody's going to be all freaked out about that. I got the cars, the face masks in cars. I'm going down the street. I see packs of people coming up the road there. Usually they're immigrants, but I mean, they all got face diapers on. You know, the only people that I see that don't have any face diaper on are people like that kind of got half a brain in their head. Like, it's getting worse and worse as we're moving along here, because we're entering into that poo season. You know, the fall's coming around here, so they're going to start blaming everything on a runny nose. Oh my God, you got the Warburg bug. Get the hell out of here. Don't live in fear in this world, man. God, you didn't evolve from a monkey. And I believe in God. Simple. Right? Good orderly direction, whatever you want to call it. I mean, I'm a recovering addict. I've done my best. That's why I was saying in my last video about the 7-Eleven deal. I provide 1,870 double mattresses to standard passengers. I give up like probably 3 days. I barely slept at all, just making sure everything was going on, trucking things around, because I had a trucking company and my used furniture shop, my pawn shop, and I ran the Halifax Regional Furniture Bank Society that helped out numerous amounts of people on a daily basis. Lots of big disasters and chaotic fires and stuff that happened in the Halifax and the Nova Scotia region, period. I was there. The province gave me the old Halifax Infirmary from our warehouse free of charge for 5 years. And when 7-Eleven kicked in, I got a phone call from John Webb. He was the ultimate service supervisor of the Department of Community Services for basically the Halifax, Dartmouth, Sackville, Bedford area. And no, I think he's for Nova Scotia. And he's also the emergency measures operator. And my wife at the time was Carrie, and she was